بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، الصلاة والسلام على خير المرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله، خير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، شر الأمور محدثاتها، كل محدثة بدعة، كل بدعة ضلالة، وكل ضلالة في النار. عباد Allah, as we start the first day of Ramadan, and very much with the sunset of today, that was the beginning of the first day of Ramadan. That's why we're praying Taraweeh tonight, even though we did not fast today. And the question that should come to everyone's mind with the beginning of the month is question that many of us are unaware of. فإني إن لقيتك سألتك عن أهلك ومالك وعملك وصحتك، وأنت إن لقيتني سألتني كذلك، أو إن لقيتك مدحتك، وإن لقيتني مدحتني وكأننا من أهل الجنة. If I meet you, I'll ask you about your health and your wealth and your job, your kids and your children and your house. And if you meet me, you ask me about the same thing. Or if I meet you, I'll praise you. And if you meet me, you praise me as if we were really living in paradise. And if we were to advise each other the way we were supposed to, لَتَغَيَّرَ حَالُنَا, we would be in different conditions. Abdullah, كيف النجاة? This is a question that we all should ask. How is the escape? How can you win? How can you finish your mission successful? Allah Azza wa Jal created this world not as a place of qarar, not a place to live forever. And we know it through naql, through al-aql. We know it in the books, and we know it from experience, that no one comes to this world and stays. And if there was someone who deserves to stay and live in this world until the end, would have been Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Abdullah, كيف حالك مع الله؟ وكيف حال قلبك مع الله؟ What is your condition with Allah? And what's the deal with your heart with Allah? The heart that I'm talking about is not that piece of flesh in your chest. Today, if we want to ask each other about the heart, we ask, how is your heart? How is your blood pressure? How is your heartbeat? How is your heart strength? How is your pulse? But in reality, we tend and we intend to forget about the real health of heart. Something that we have become negligent of. And we forgot about, even though Allah Azza wa Jal has told us in the Quran, and the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam had told us in the Sunnah, that you will not enter al-Jannah without a sound heart. فيقول الله عز وجل إلا من أتى الله بقلب سليم يوم لا ينفع مال ولا بنون إلا من أتى الله بقلب سليم. On that day, the day of judgment, that no wealth will help, no children will help, Doesn't matter how much power and how much authority, how much children and how much family, how much money and how much wealth you got in this dunya will not help you then, except if you come to Allah with a sound heart, with a healthy heart. Healthy heart. Allah Azza wa Jal put us in this world and told us that this world is not a place of comfort. Do not relax. Do not rest. Allah Azza wa Jal in many occasions in the Quran makes it clear that this dunya is a place of test. When you are in a test, there is no comfort. You don't go to take a test and you cross legs and you relax with a coffee cup. You go to a test stressed and on your toes. Allah Azza wa Jal يقول الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا. The one who created life and death to test you. To test you. So He gave you life to test you. He's gonna take your life to test you. So your life from the beginning until the end is a test. ويقول الله عز وجل إنا خلقنا الإنسان من نطفة أمشاج نبتليه. The same idea. He created you from clots of blood to test you. Same idea. ويقول الله عز وجل وجعلنا بعضكم لبعض فتنة أتصبرون. And we had made some of you fitna and a test for others. So not only your life is a test, but people around you test. Your wife test, your children test, your peers test, people you deal with and you work with, co-workers test. وَجَعَلْنَا بَعْضَكُمْ لِبَعْضٍ فِتْنَةً أَتَصْبِرُونَ. ويقول الله عز وجل إِنَّا جَعَلْنَا مَا عَلَى الْأَرْضِ زِينَةً لَهَا لِنَبْلُوَهُمْ. And we had given them in this dunya all these beauties, all these ornaments, all these pleasures to test them. To test them. فاعلم يا عبد الله من علم أن الدنيا ابتلاء علم كيف يعيشها وعلم كيف يحياها. Who get to know and understand the reality of the dunya, then indeed he will be the only one who knows how to live it. كيف يعيشها على حقيقتها. You want to live in this dunya, you have to know its reality. You want to save yourself from this dunya, you better know what it's all about. That's why Allah Azza wa Jal tells you all these things. He tells you, I created it for you as a fitna, and as ibtila, and as a test. So you know what you're dealing with. But if you're going to live thinking this dunya is all about having fun and enjoying the pleasures and buying this and that, you're wrong. Then you will fall on your head and you will break your neck. Because indeed you will not succeed. That's why the only people who are happy in this dunya are the ones who know its reality. That's it. Because no one is fooled by this dunya happy. Know it for sure. Don't be fooled by those with millions and billions. The one who does not know the reality of the dunya will never be happy. And to know the reality of the dunya, you must know Allah. You must know Allah. فالله عز وجل قد بين لنا سر السعادة. Allah Azza wa Jal in the Quran has guided us to the secret behind happiness. فقال سبحانه وتعالى ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب. Allah Azza wa Jal said it clear in the Quran, only through Allah you can reach happiness. It's only by Allah and through Allah you can get that heart that's tranquil. You can't be happy and your heart is shaking. You can't be happy and your heart is shivering. You can't be happy and your heart is scared for food, for water, for drink, for health, for safety, for protection. You can't. If your heart is sick, you can't sleep. You can't run. You can't walk. And this is dunya, requires you to be a beast. Imagine your heart is sick, how far can you run? I'm not talking again about that muscle. I'm talking about what in it. What Allah Azza wa Jal put in it. Very important. So this is the reality. We are seeking one thing. You need to live in this dunya seeking one thing. How to get out of it safe. That's it. How to get out of it safe. And if we do not understand this fact during and through the month of Ramadan, I don't know when we would. The ultimate goal is to get out of this dunya safe. مر عمر رضي الله عنه على طلحة بن عبيد الله أحد العشرات فوجده جالسا باكيا فقال له ما يبكيك؟ عمر فاروق أبو حفص passed by طلحة رضي الله عنه and found him sitting down crying. He said, why are you crying? فقال طلحة تمنيت أو اشتهيت لو سألت النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم عن النجاة. شوف القوم and what they were concerned about. Look what they were concerned about. He said, why are you crying? Umar asked him. He said, I wish, and that was after the death of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, I wish if I had asked the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam about النجاة. النجاة يعني how to get out of this dunya safe. How to be protected from this dunya. فقال عمر رضي الله عنه سألته ما هي حالة فردية. It's not only one of them was concerned about safety. Umar radiallahu anhu said, I asked him sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. فقام طلحة فالتزمه. So Talha jumped and hugged him. And he said, what did he say? Look what they were happy about. He was happy that he found someone who has some knowledge about Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. قال من نجا? What did he say sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? قال عمر الكلمة التي دعا إليها عمه لا إله إلا الله. Umar said the word that he sallallahu alayhi wa sallam invited his uncle to. لا إله إلا الله. That's النجاة. That is الركن المكي. That is العروة الوثقى. That is the word that will save you. لا إله إلا الله. That is how you can get out of this dunya safe and clear from its harm and from its test. What does it mean to be safe through the kalimah? Make it a ring, write in a ring, gold chain, أعجب, Some of the brothers wearing gold chains in the name of Allah. والله عز وجل حرم عليك الذهب, and Allah forbade him to wear gold. And he thinks he's worshipping Allah by wearing a chain of gold with the name of Allah. أنا لا أعتبر هذا معصية, هذا استهزاء. This is mockery of the deen of Allah عز وجل. لا تعتذروا. This is mockery. I tell you don't do this, and you do it, and then you come back to me to tell me, are you happy with me? إيش؟ فكلمة التوحيد المنجية التي تعيش بها وتعيش لها وتعيش عليها. The word of the Tawheed, La ilaha illallah, that will save you, is the word that you will live for. And you will live on. And you will live by. تقف عند أصولها وشروطها. You stop and your limits are the conditions. This word, La ilaha illallah, has conditions. You meet the conditions. That's how you follow La ilaha illallah. تقف عند أصولها وشروطها وتتعاهد مقتضياتها وتتحرز من نواقضها. And you rush to everything that fortify it, make it stronger, and you stay away from anything that negates it. هذه لا إله إلا الله. أما say لا إله إلا الله and you're so far away from any conditions of لا إله إلا الله, doesn't fit. Anything in the dunya has conditions. Just saying the word doesn't mean anything. How many people and how many wives and husbands love each other, but they're divorced. They love each other, but they're divorced. He will tell you, I love her, and she will tell you, I love him, but they're divorced because the word wasn't enough. One of them or both of them have failed to fulfill the conditions and the rights for the others. So very important to understand that. فهذا نوح عليه السلام. نوح في السفينة. Allah Azza wa Jal orders the heavens and orders the earth to release its water. And the earth now drowned. And the only things, or the only ones that will be saved are those who join Nuh on the ark. His son doesn't go with him. فيقول الله عز وجل وهي تجري بهم في موج كالجبال ونادى نوح ابنه. And when the water became mountains, like mountains in waves, and imagine the ark is waving and swaying in this water. نادى نوح ابنه. Nuh alayhi salam called upon and called out his son. يا بني اركب معنا. يا بني اركب معنا. He's asking him for last chance to join them and embark with them. قال سآوي إلى جبل يعصمني من الماء. The son said, I will reach at the top of a mountain to protect me from the water. قال لا عاصم اليوم من أمر الله إلا من رحم. هنا اسم الفاعل جاء ويقصد به المفعول. يعني لا معصوم من أمر الله، لا عاصم يوم من أمر الله. There is no protection today. No one will be protected today from the qadr of Allah, except whom Allah chooses to have mercy on him. لا عاصم له. فأنت إن فهمت هذا, if you get to understand this scenario, then you will understand that the only way you can pass and you can be saved from the mountainous waves of the oceans of the fitan and the test in this dunya is by riding the ark of La ilaha illallah. That's the bottom line. We already established this dunya is all fitan and all tests, and there is no way to succeed without embarking on the ark of La ilaha illallah. فالسؤال لما تعيش? Now if you understand this, and you understand that you're in this dunya, you can't run out, and you cannot run away. You cannot say, I'm going to go live in another dunya. And you're Muslim, you cannot say, I'm going to kill myself and that's the end of it. You have to live in here until Allah Azza wa Jal takes your life. So the question becomes, why am I here? So the question that you should be asked, why you live? What's the point? If this whole dunya is test and tribulation and fitan and ibtila'at, what's the point of living here? Why am I living? What is the reason for me to live here? Which reason should I follow? Very simple. كله في القرآن. And all of these answers in the book of Allah and in the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. يقول الله عز وجل: قل إنني هداني ربي إلى صراط مستقيم دينا قيما وفي قراءة قيما ملة إبراهيم حنيفا وما كان من المشركين قل إن صلاتي ونسكي ومحياي ومماتي لله. هذا تعيش لله، تحيا عليها وتموت عليها. هذا إبراهيم عليه السلام، وهذا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، وهؤلاء إخوانهم من الأنبياء والرسل. That was their attitude. Their attitude in this dunya. Here is Allah Azza wa Jal guided me to a straight path. Siratullah. The ulama have described it so many times and with so beautiful terms that no one can miss. Wasi'a. Wide. The sirat of Allah isn't very tight. Wide. Flat, paved, easy to walk in, clear. No one should miss it. It's not an inside road. It's not a construction road. It's not a blocked road. It's not a road without lights. It's a clear road. Very spacious, very clear, very straight, very flat, very paved, very light. قل إنني هداني ربي إلى صراط مستقيم. That's their attitude. The attitude of the believer is this: indeed, my Lord had guided me to a straight path. Which path? Mustaqim. Like who? And if you want to follow a route, if I tell you, I'll meet you in this and this place, I want you in such and such place, and I tell you which road to take. Now you come to a road, and you know it's the road I told you about. So you ask, you want to make sure. What would you say? The best question you can ask, if you are supposed to meet me at the end of that road, is this the road that the brother took? Right? And then you can say, is this Sirat Mustaqim? And if I tell you, take 200 Southwest Street to meet me at the end of it. And you come to 200, but you want to make sure. And you ask someone, he tells you, yeah, this is 200 Street. And then you see the sign, and then you made your way to the street. So there is no any affirmation and any comfort by someone telling you, this is 200 Street. But if he tells you, this is the street that brother so-and-so took, and he's waiting for you. Will you have doubt after that? You're gonna invade that road. You're gonna conquer that road. Now you go blind. You close your eyes and you walk. Make sure you don't trip. And you're comfortable now. This is where I'm gonna find it. Allah Azza wa Jal says, Sirat Mustaqim. This is, Allah guided me to the straight path. Whose path? ملة إبراهيم حنيفا. دينا قيما, straight, deen, pure, clear, sound, perfect. ملة إبراهيم, the way of إبراهيم. حنيفا. تدعوا لي معنى حنيف؟ حنيف يعني معوج. أصل كلمة حنيف يعني أعوج. يعني not straight. إبراهيم not straight. لا. إبراهيم عليه السلام came to people who are already not straight. So for him to be straight, he has to go not straight from there, not straight. They're already not straight. For him to go straight, he gonna deviate from their deviation to be straight. فسمي حنيف. ملة إبراهيم حنيفا. وما كان من المشركين. يعني he fulfilled لا إله إلا الله. He did not have partners, and he did not take partners with Allah. قل إن صلاتي ونسكي ومحياي ومماتي لله رب العالمين. لما تعيش? Why you live? Why they lived? Why Muhammad صلى الله عليه وسلم lived? Why Ibrahim عليه السلام lived? Why Musa and Isa and Nuh lived? Why all the messengers and the prophets lived? إن صلاتي ونسكي ومحياي ومماتي لله رب العالمين. My prayer, my sacrifice, my hayah and my death. If it prayers and sacrifice, part of hayah, part of your life. Why he had to mention them? To indicate to you the emphasis and their importance. That if you pray for Allah, and if you slaughter for Allah. That's what you want, you should be living for if you want safety. If you want to pass through this world safe, that's what you should live for. The question becomes, is that what I live for? Ask yourself. And I can't answer for everyone, I can answer for myself. النفس المقصرة بين جنبين. But I can't answer for each one of you has his own reason why he's living here. من منا يعيش لله? Who's amongst us live only for Allah? كثير منا lives for the woman, lives for the job, lives for the chair, lives for the position, lives for the authority, lives for the power. How many of us live for Allah Azza wa Jalla? So that's a question that each one of us needs to be honest with himself and with herself. So if I understand that, and I understand the dunya, and I understand what I should live for, then how should I live? If the dunya is like these waves of oil in the ocean, storm, and I should live for Allah, and the dunya is full of fitan and test and tribulation, And which attitude should I take living this dunya, these 60 or 70 years or 80 years or maybe 20 or 30? يقول سفيان رحمه Allah, when he was asked about the way to live in this dunya, what attitude you should take? He said, you live in this dunya as if you are in the middle of the ocean standing on a piece of wood. Lawh. You're standing on a piece of wood in the middle of the ocean. What do you think? What do you think of and what do you say at that moment? Ya Rabb, Ya Rabb, Ya Rabb. He said, live in the dunya as if you are standing on a piece of wood in the middle of the ocean, screaming, Ya Rabb, Ya Rabb, Ya Rabb. Because your success and your safety is only through Allah Azza wa Jalla. Has nothing to do with your power, and has nothing to do with your will, and has nothing to do with your strength, and has nothing to do with your plans. It's all by the will of Allah Azza wa Jal. That's why, Ya Rabb, Ya Rabb, Ya Rabb. سأل عمر رضي الله عنه أبا هريرة رضي الله عنه. Umar asked Abu Hurairah. He said, ما التقوى? Umar asked Abu Hurairah, what is the taqwa? Isn't that what we're fasting for? Don't we fast to reach taqwa as Allah says? So Umar asked him, what's the taqwa? فقال أبو هريرة رضي الله عنه. He said, if you come to a road and it's full of spikes, you know how some plants got spikes and thorns? And you need to go through that, you need to get to the other side, but you have to go through this road. What you do? And Abu Hurairah asking Umar. He said, I make steps and I avoid stepping on these thorns and I avoid touching those and I jump over those. That's what you do. So Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu said, exactly, this is the taqwa. In this dunya, if you want to get to the akhirah in peace and safe, that's how you live this dunya. You can't just be relaxed and walk as if you own the earth. You think you're Qarun, and you don't care about what's happening and what's going on. And believe at the end you're going to be safe. La wallah. You have to be so cautious and so careful with everything. If we already agreed that this dunya is a fitan, and it's test and tribulation, you can't just close your eyes and walk. فإن طريق إلى الجنة حفت بالمكاره. The road to success and to paradise is full of hardships. This one wants to snatch you, and this fitna wants to take you down, and this fitna wants to get you into zina, and that fitna into riba, and that fitna in selling haram, and that fitna in looking around. If you don't try and learn how to dodge all these things, you're gonna fall. And it's all by the will of Allah Azza wa Jal. يقول الله عز وجل يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وآمنوا برسوله يؤتكم كفلين من رحمته ويجعل لكم نورا تمشون به ويغفر لكم. Didn't I tell you that it's not because you're strong you can go through? Allah Azza wa Jal says, oh, you who believe, fear Allah, have the taqwa of Allah, and believe in His messenger. What will happen? What's going to happen if I do that? Allah will give you double dosage of His mercy and will make for you a light that can guide you. Allah will give you a light that can guide you. You cannot go through the darkness of this dunya and the darkness of these fitan and tests without the light of Allah Azza wa Jal. الزم الدعاء. How you do it? Ask Allah for dua. And ask Allah through dua and supplication and invocation to help you through it. You can't do it on your own, Abdullah. You can't do this dunya by yourself. You will fail and you will lose. Ask Allah. Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, one of his most famous dua, one of his dua that he made so abundant and all the time he was making, Ya muqallib al-qulub thabbit qalbi ala din. Ya muqallib al-qulub thabbit qalbi ala din. He used to ask Allah all the time, Oh, the one who flips hearts, keep my heart firm on your deen. أتدعي أن لك قلبا أثبت من قلب محمد? If you claim that your heart is stronger than the heart of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, don't make Islam. If you think your heart is more with iman and patience than Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's heart, don't make Islam. لكن هي Another thing that you need to do, تخلص من الفضول. وهذا من خطوات الشيطان. One of the paths or one of the tricks of the shaitan to deceive the son of Adam is by getting him involved and indulged in a lot of things that he doesn't have to do. You see, shaitan got strategies. Not every strategy works with everyone. Just like anything in the dunya. So if you want to win a war, you don't put the same plan for every country you're going to bomb. Some countries you have to go air, some countries you have to go troops underground, some countries through the water. The shaitan is smarter than that. Shaitan cannot get shirk. Some people he gets them through shirk. Some people get them through major sins. Some people get them through innovations and bid'ah. Some people get them through minor sins. Some people get them by doing good. Shaitan asks people to do good. Shaitan will convince the person to leave al-rajih ila al-marjuh. To leave something that's stronger and more rewarding to something less rewarding. Shaitan will be happy with that, even if the less rewarding is salah. Shaitan might come to the person and tell him, pray. Shaitan? Yeah. Why? Because if he gets him to pray, he will prevent him from doing something better. You see, the shaitan comes to the person, wakes him up for tahajjud. Shaitan. And he keeps him up for 5 and 6 hours praying tahajjud and qiyam, and 10 minutes before al-fajr, he falls asleep. Shaitan is happy. Shaitan made a victory here, scored a point. See how he works. And one of the tricks of the shaitan to get you so indulged في فضول الأعمال. فضول المباحات. Eating is okay, drinking is okay. Is there a limit how much you can eat? Is there a limit how much you can drink? Is there a limit how much you can hang out? Is there a limit how much you can talk? Is there a limit how much you can sleep? There's no limit. The shaitan will get you through that to get so much into these things. If you are in a boat, and since we're talking about Nuh alayhi salam, and they say, the captain says the boat or the ship will drown because of overweight. What is the first natural thing that people will do? Will get rid of things they don't need. Right? You start looking into your stuff, into your luggage, into your this, in your pocket, and oh, I don't need this, you throw it. I don't need this, you throw it. I don't need this suit, You throw it. I don't need this one. Or she, I don't need it. Go. That's what happens. If you want to be saved, you have to get rid of الفضول. شو الفضول يعني؟ يعني كراكيب. يعني trash. يعني junk. يعني hoarding. You know, some people hoard. You know what that means? They don't know how to throw anything. They buy pizza, they eat what's in it, they can't throw the box. We might need it one day. Seriously, that's what hoarding. And this is psychological problem. He fills the trash, trash is full. Pull the bag out of the basket or whatever. Maybe there's something we can use. He puts it in a corner. And he never opens it again. And start piling and piling. His house becomes full of garbage. That's what's worrying. Some people suffer from this. A lot of people do hoarding in their bodies. That's why the ulama, through istiqra and through looking into the adillah and experience and all that, found 5 things that kill the heart. 5 things, those are death sentence to any heart. وكلهم فضول. فضول الطعام والشراب. So I want to tell you one thing. You go home and you weigh yourself. Who said we're not after health and health oriented? Go home and weigh yourself. If at the end of Ramadan your weight is the same or more, something went wrong. Seriously. And we're talking about ruh and heart and this body too. If you fast 30 days, one after another, and your weight is the same or more, something went wrong. If you cut your meals from 3 meals to 1.5, and your weight is more, something definitely went wrong. You missed something in Ramadan. Makes sense or not? So فضول الطعام والشراب. Too much food, too much drinking kills the heart. فضول الكلام. Too much socializing. Too much اختلاط. Too much hanging out. Too much let's go eat out. Let's go play. Too much socializing kills the heart. فضول النوم. Too much sleep kills the heart. Become lazy. You sleep 12 hours and you wake up, you tell me how you feel. You feel fresh and you're ready to you feel you want to sleep 12 more. That's the reality. The heart needs to be fresh. Look at the Prophet ﷺ. He guided us how to sleep. He said when you sleep on your left side or on your right side? قال للبراء بن عازب إذا أويت إلى مضجعك فتوضأ وضوءك للصلاة ثم نم على شقك الأيمن أو اضطجع على شقك الأيمن. He told Bara radiallahu anhu, if you are about to sleep, make wudu and lay down in your bed on your right side. شوف العلماء قالوا. They said the heart is more inclined toward the left. صح? And if I tell you check your heart, you go like this. And I have to check where my heart to know my left from my right. So you go like on your left. So they said the Prophet ﷺ, his hadi and his guidance to lay down on your right side so your heart is really hanging. It's not in its central or it's in normal location. The heart is not very much fixed. So when you lay down on your right side, your heart from the left side is very much hanging. It's going down a little bit toward the right. So it's not stable. What happens when your heart is not stable? Your sleep is not stable. So what happens when your sleep is not stable? You don't tend to sleep too long. شايف الإعجاز النبوي؟ ها؟ So too much food and drink, too much sleep, too much talk, فضول النظر, too much looking around. Oh brother, I don't look at women. Oh brother, I don't look at girls. Oh brother, I don't look at her. That's not the only thing. That's not the only look that's gonna kill your heart. When you go into a town where it has beautiful buildings and your neck breaks because you're looking at those, wow, that kills your heart. You see a car that's $300,000 or $400,000, wow, kills your heart. Most probably, most of us will never be able or to afford to buy that car. So what is your business to look at? Seriously, what does it put in your heart? Happiness? Stress? Your heart starts filling with things it's not supposed to be filled with. هم وأسى وغم. And Allah Azza wa Jal reminds us in Taha about this. And He reminds us in Nisa about this. And He tells us, do not look at what Allah had given others. وَلَا تَتَمَنَّوْا مَا فَضَّلَ اللَّهُ بِهِ بَعْضَكُمْ عَلَى بَعْضٍ لِلرِّجَالِ نَصِيبٌ مِّمَّا اكْتَسَبُوا وَلِلنِّسَاءِ نَصِيبٌ مِّمَّا اكْتَسَبْنَ. But what should I do? سَأَلُ اللَّهَ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ. Ask Allah to give you. Do not wish for what Allah had given others. Allah gives the men whatever He wants to give, gives the women whatever He wants to give. But if I saw it, I wished. Ask Allah to give. But don't go looking for it. Don't decide to go walk on the beach or in the street, what they call that street? Collins Avenue? To see those houses in Hallandale Beach. I went to visit a sick person who lived in Hallandale. I rushed out. Oh, this house is 3 million. This house 7 million. Seriously, what's that gonna leave in my heart? Doesn't matter who I am. Allah Azza wa Jal tells Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, do not look at what we have given them. زهرة الحياة الدنيا لنفتنهم فيه. Zahra, all these things you see, Allah calls it Zahra. You know why He calls it Zahra? Because there are two things about any Zahra, any flowers, any rose. It will grab your attention so quick. But the Zahra تذبل بسرعة. It will die quick. Flowers don't last forever. Like palm trees and olive trees. Zahra, once you pick it up, or even if you leave it on the tree, it's gonna die. But once you see it, wow. Right? Once you see it, amazing. You go pick it because you love it. But you had sentenced her to death. It fades away so quick. And that is anything in the dunya. This dunya is foolishness. That's why the Prophet ﷺ, as in the hadith, he drew a line. And he said, Sirat al-Mustaqim. And on the sides of the line, walls. Wall here, wall here. Each wall has doors. Each door has curtain. You can imagine? Use your imagination. A straight road. One wall from here, one wall from here. Each wall has many doors in it. Each door has a curtain on it. The point of that I want to point out in this hadith, that you will come, on each these walls, there is someone calling to. Come on. Come. These are curtains. Don't you want to open and go? Don't you want to see? Just see. هذا قول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. Just open the curtain. Don't go in. Just lift the curtain to see what's behind it. Don't you wonder? I just want to see. فيقول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, every time he comes to the curtain to lift it, a caller will call him, will tell him, ويحك ويحك إنك إن فتحته ولجته. What's wrong with you? Be careful. Don't. Because if you open it, you will enter it. And then you open it, you just want to see. Huh? I just want to see. I'm not going to go in. So every time, وعد الإيمان and your iman and your consciousness and your taqwa tell you, hold on. Don't lift it up. Because if you open it, eventually you will enter it. Huh? You're looking on YouTube for Brother Fadi's lectures. Which I doubt it. But anyway. And you're looking, and you listen to the lecture, and on the side, they give you other options related. Then you see a clip with a woman half naked. So you say, I want to click it. I just want to see. I want to see what it's all about, because it says most watched. وَيْحَكْ إِنَّكَ إِن تَفْتَحُهُ تَنِجِدْ. Be careful. Now your taqwa, that's where you test your iman. Then you have to have a call. You have to remind yourself, if you click it, guess what happens? You won't see Brother Fadi anymore. Because all the videos on the side become related. Wayhak, if you click it, you will click it. And you're going to keep clicking. That's the reality. Oh, this magazine, they have articles about religion. Really? I just want to read the sports section. I'm not going to look at the picture. Okay. Wayhak. If you buy it, you will subscribe. And that is how the taqwa works at Allah. That's how you stay away from it. Did you, or had you, or were you supposed, or were you obligated to click? You weren't. فهذا فضول. Even fudul means junk, and fudul means curiosity. Because you become curious. Don't throw yourself into those environments. So fudul, ta'am al-sharaf, too much food, too much drink, too much sleep, too much socializing, too much, too much look, too much looking. All these kill your heart. And the last is too much talk. And too much talk. You talk, blah, 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 blah. إذا كثر كلامك كثر خطأك. The more you talk, the more mistakes you better know you will make. That's about it. بل إن كتبا قد صنفت في الصمت. Kutub, books were written talking about the virtue of being quiet, not talking too much. But one of the things sisters complain about their husbands, don't talk. You come to them, why you don't talk to your wife and your children? You said don't talk. I didn't say don't talk about that. You have to talk. Don't talk too much. Useless. Of no benefit. Like how can I save myself? The first thing we need to go back to the usul. We need to go back to the roots. We cannot just try to fix the tree and make it look beautiful, and get pesticides or whatever they call these, and get gardener and all that, and the roots are sick. I cannot go build a second floor and nice windows and get carpets and put wood and paint and pressure cleaning, and I know the foundations in 3 months gonna collapse. So if we want to build individuals who are going to be saved from the makr, taking care of the children, fulfilling the rights and the duties of our children. We always talk about حقوق الوالدين. والله حقوق الأولاد أكبر في هذا الزمان. We talk about disobeying parents. Parents have disobeyed, figuratively, their children worse. They have failed to give their children their rights way more than the children giving the parents in this time. So we need to be aware of that. So we need to go back to al-usul and to the foundations of this deen if we want to start all over again. We need to be scared. And I finish with this. Someone knocks your door tonight, God forbid, and he shows you, flash his badge, he tells you his FBI. What happened? To any of us. Or it happened to many of us. Knocks your door. No. What they call themselves? Inspectors? Whatever it's called. إن البقرة تشابه عليه. So and so from FBI. I just came tonight to warn you. Excuse me? I came tonight to warn you. What's your first question? Of what? He said, don't worry about it. I just want to warn you. And he leaves. How will be your night? How will be your next day? How will be the next week and 2 and 3 and month and 2 and 3 and year and 2 and 3? فقد حذرك من هو أكبر منه فكيف تنام؟ يقول الله عز وجل وأطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول واحذروا. ويقول عز وجل ويحذركم الله نفسه. ويقول الله عز وجل واعلموا أن الله يعلم ما في أنفسكم فاحذروا. Allah says and obey Allah and obey the messenger. Be aware. And Allah says, and Allah warn you himself. And Allah says, and Allah knows everything about you, so be aware. So we're scared of FBI agents, and we're not scared of Rabbil Arbab. الواحد القهار العظيم الجبار. The problem we have is our hearts are sick. No cardiologist can help you, and no physician can discover the disease. No blood test, no EKG, no none of that. These doctors just want to take your money. Except Brother Michael. Seriously. The sickness we're talking about different. Our hearts as an ummah are sick. يقول Ibn Mas'ud رضي الله عنه, search for your heart in 3 situations, 3 times, 3 different occasions. In the dhikr, when you remember Allah, and when you pray, and when you read the Quran. If you do not feel your heart when you're doing one of those, then know that you got no heart. Search for one. So what I chose, which I suffered to figure out what the topic should be through these nights of this blessed month, will be a book. We're going to go over a book for Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah. Allahu A'lam, some people from Iraq came to him. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to free Iraq min al-Rawafid and to free Iraq min al-Salibiyyin. Perhaps some people from Iraq came to him, he was in Sham, and they asked him to write them something about the hearts. Should people searching for one? In the last trip, these trips you make every month and every year, which one of it was, and I'm going to a scholar, I'm going to a sheikh, I'm going to alim, I'm going to zahid, I'm going to someone with knowledge so he can help me fix my heart? We don't. I told you in the beginning, we live in this dunya as if we own it, we are already in paradise. So as if they asked him about the hearts. So he wrote them a book, very short book. And with no spacing and 212 font, in words, you get maybe 38, 40 pages. I have to turn it into 16 to read it. So it becomes long. But that's what we want to, I decided to explain, inshallah. We can read the book together. In this way, maybe this will be the first book you ever hear complete. We don't read anymore. And we will see how Rahimahullah was able to guide them and to advise them, and it's all Quran and Sunnah, to advise them how to fix their hearts. Because if we can finish Ramadan with our hearts 50% functioning, we're doing good. Because very much if we would test our hearts now, Allah, about my heart, then I can tell you, I don't know about your hearts, but I'm sure we're no more than 5%. This is not being humble, Allah. I have no doubt that my heart is 95% dead. Because I believe if my heart was better, our conditions will be better. This community at least will be better off. We won't be begging to pay off a bill. So we need to fix our hearts all together. So this book, he called it التحفة العراقية في الأعمال القلبية. التحفة العراقية في الأعمال القلبية. And we will explain what all these words mean, inshallah, starting from tomorrow. قولوا قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم. صلى الله على سيدنا محمد. جزاكم الله خير. الحمد لله رب العالمين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.